Hello everyone, welcome back to another video where uh, in the last video I had actually showcased how I use Copilot in Neovim and how you should not switch over to another IDE just for the sake of using the AI integration. If you want to watch that video, it will be in the title cards right there. And so this video I wanted to showcase few of the terminal tools and terminal user interfaces that I use, and the usage of these tools is what ties in the Neovim experience for me. And if you're scared to switch over from an IDE like JetBrains, for example, I'll be showing you a comparison of everything that JetBrains has to offer, a JetBrains IDE, let's say PyCharm Professional, and all of those tools in Neovim. Now, I do not mean the actual debugger and all of that. That's obviously very good in JetBrains. What I do mean is if you're a frequent JetBrains user like me, you would love the database integration that they have, where you can directly connect to your Postgres or whichever database right in your JetBrains IDE. You may also like their integrated HTTP client. Now, all of that can be possible to a certain degree in the terminal, which I will be showing you, and also going through their usage on a real project that I'm building. So let's get into it. From start to finish, I'll be showcasing all of the tools. So first up, I'm on Ubuntu 24.04 on a Sway window manager, and I am using swhkd as my key daemon. So if I press Windows and enter, that'll open up Westterm, which is my default terminal, and Fish Shell, which is my default shell for now at least. So first up, to navigate directories, I use something called ZedOide, which I have mapped to Z. So I've been working on a little project called Noob Social, which is my attempt of building a social media platform we're using Go and HTMX. I had abandoned it for a while, but it's picking up again and things are getting pretty cool. So as you can see, I got down a basic UI as well as the whole comment post system. I'm now working on curating a machine learning based algorithm that would actually curate your input feed, which is pretty cool stuff. So if I just go, that was the last visited ZedOide, and the way ZedOide works is it pops off the last file instance that you're working off of. So if I just Google ZedOide, I actually have all the other stuff open. I just forgot to open this. So yeah, it essentially does what it says it is. It's a smart cd command, so it's awesome. I highly recommend you get that. So if I do a znoob, I go into my project called Noob Social, which is in my projects directory where I keep most of the stuff that I'm working on. So next up, I use a custom function that I created for Fish Shell. Let me actually open that up. Let that go. Search that up. Nope. There we go. So this is the zln function. So it essentially creates a zealot session using my custom layout and creates the session from the current working directory. You can get it on my dot files. So if I do a quick zln, it brings up my default layout that has usually 3 tabs, but in this case it has 5. So it usually has code, exec, and git, but in this case it also has db and posts. So if I press enter or one of these, you will see literally all of I guess we can fix that up later. Okay, so first up, you guys know that I use Neovim. I have it customized to exactly the way I like it. It does a ton of stuff which I can't really get into right now, but just know that it is super cool. My dot files are in the description if you need it. However, the one thing I do want to talk about is this really awesome Git tool called LazyGit, which is a TOI written in Go, which essentially simplifies using Git for me very much. So if you're using GitHub Desktop, GitKraken on any of those bloated GitHub UIs, trust me, all you need is LazyGit. I have it binded to LG, so that opens up LG, and as you can see, it has quite a good layout. So maybe it's usually like that, and it has some nice key bindings. So let's say I make some change. So if I say fmtp println profile or something, and as you can see, it says the file routes/users has changed. So I can either press A to stage the file, or I can directly go to this tab and start doing it step by step. So I can go here and just one by one manually commit the diffs. So I press space, and all of that is staged. Now that it's staged, I can simply press C and commit. So I can say just testing, like that, and I can press capital P to push, but I'm not going to push it. I can also go right here and I can say drop. So do you want to drop the selected comments? Yes, and there you go, it just drops it. It's as simple as that. It is really good. It is exactly as powerful as you would want it to be. So if you are a beginner and all you do is stage and commit, you have an easy way to do that. If you're an advanced user, LazyGit also has a way. I mean, it also supports stuff like amend or interactive rebasing, for example, which I end up using a lot, is supported by LazyGit, and it does it pretty well. My favorite feature, however, is the one that I just showed you, where you can manually select which diffs you want to stage, which is incredibly useful, especially when working in a production environment. So it works. It is awesome. I highly recommend you check it out. This is the GitHub repository that I'll be leaving the link in the description. It has a ton of features. As you can see, they also have an elevator pitch that is really good. Or was this the elevator pitch? Yeah, this is the elevator pitch. So it's really good. It is completely written in Go. It's developed by an awesome guy, so I highly recommend you check it out. And it really has a good documentation. So even if you're a beginner, this is something that I would recommend. So next up is what I use to emulate Jetbrains database integration. So for that, I have Harlequin up my sleeve. For first of all, incredible website. Next, it is a Python tool that you can install with pipex if you're on Unix based systems, or any systems to that matter. But if you're on Windows, pip install Harlequin will do the same thing. Harlequin has multiple adapters that it supports. There is Postgres, MySQL, ODBC, SQLi, DuckDB. It does a lot. So the way it works, as you can see from this example, is it is a SQL IDE, which is really smart. It actually understands your database, and it works exactly like I want it to. Fast, easy to read, and awesome. So I'll be showing you my Harlequin as well. So if I go here, local bin / Harlequin, and do that, with that right there was my login ID for the Noob Social database, and as you can see right here, it shows me the entire schema. Really pretty, really well done. I can look at this stuff. It will directly copy paste it if into the query editor if I like. So let's say I say select star from users. I want to see the users. I press Ctrl J to execute the query, and I see the query results. As you can see, there are 3 users, Noob, Ishan and Noob Science, with different email IDs created at these certain times. So let's say I want to select everything from posts. I can do that as well. Up I get the content. I can press Ctrl C to copy it. ID is that. Perfect. So body, this is cool and awesome, just like that. So if you keep aside my mistake, that is how you use Harlequin. It is exactly all I want it to be, just a really quick and easy to use scratchpad of SQL, if you may. And that is pretty much all. I use the JetBrains IDE's version anyways, so for me at least it just seemed like a perfect hit. You can even change the database right here, but I think that is more of a PSQL shortcut, because I think for ODBC and other database drivers you would I'm not sure, so but figure it out. I use it primarily for SQLite and Postgres, but it works pretty well for everything. I'll be once again leaving the website in the description. And coincidentally, the next CLI tool that we are going to be checking out is also written in Python, and it is under active development. It's called Posting, which is really up and coming. As you can see, it has 6k stars already, and I use it a ton. This again you can install through pipex. So pipex install Posting, and this is my answer to the JetBrains' HTTP ecosystem. So if we go to posts right here, and I just open up in my local bin Posting, there we go. This is Posting. Really simple, really easy to use. So first up, let's have something running. So now that we have something running, all I can do is go HTTP localhost 8000/version and press Ctrl J, and there you go. I get some information, but the essence is v.0.1, which is what I was looking for. That's the response. We can probably check out more routes, so I can probably go to /username, which I think would also work. So if I go to /noob, that again loads in some information. We can probably test this out with a database, but I'm pretty sure you get the idea of how it works. So this is Posting, which if they also have a really good documentation. And if you're familiar with another post tool called Bruno, which is open source IDE, it was a response to Insomnia, and the way it works is it saves these URLs, these requests, in an actual file that you can share. So Posting does something really similar. You can actually save whatever posting that you do, which is also a really good feature. So anyways, well, that's it really. Also a self plug, if you are interested in checking out a CLI tool that is a really incredible copy pasting tool, I would highly recommend Yank. I'm not going to cover it in this video, but I will be making a future video on it, so stay tuned for that. It is my personal project, so you'll get to see it. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great one. Bye bye.